Welcome to the Princess and the Bee podcast, the place to be to build your empire as queen of your body, business, and life. I'm your host, Kimberly Spencer, founder of crownyourself.com, and I'm an award-winning coach, Amazon best-selling author, and multi-passionate entrepreneur. Each week, I give you the systems, strategies, and success stories to help you master your mindset, communicate with ease, and triple your productivity so you make the income and the impact you deserve. Imagine this podcast as your weekly spark of inspiration as you take it to the next level with all the B's of your life. Body, business, bank account, boys, and babies. Let's make it rain. Welcome back, Princess and the Beers. I am so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, for clicking subscribe or listen or play, and taking this time to invest in your personal and professional development. That is so freaking huge. I honor and celebrate that so much right now. So let's just get a whoop whoop up in here for that. And on to today's topic, because I am so excited about this one. Because if you have listened to this podcast for a hot minute, you will know that one of my big things that I commonly tell my clients, my listeners, anyone who will listen, is to ask for help, ask for support. In life, you get what you ask for. That is a direct quote from Oprah. I would listen to her in a heartbeat on that, because asking is the quickest way to grow in any area of your life. When I had the gut instinct to ask Spike Spencer to commit to and Spike Spencer is my husband for those of you who are first-time listeners, to ask him to commit to only seeing me, I had to ask him that, because I didn't know he'd been a bachelor for 7 years. Like, he was ready to rock. He had not committed to a single woman in 7 years and boy, did he enjoy dating. And he dated a lot of women. And that's totally cool. That was his thing. I needed to ask that he not see anybody else and that he just see me. He had to ask for my hand in marriage by me. He had to ask me to marry him. In life, you get what you have the courage to ask for. You have to ask for the sale in business. When you're having a conversation with somebody who could be a potential client or customer, you then make a proposal once you see value and you ask for the sale. You ask for referrals. You have to ask. You have to ask. I wish I could shout this from the rooftops. Asking for the referral, asking for the letter of recommendation, asking for the coffee meeting, asking to pick somebody's brain, asking for the mentorship. Ask, 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 ask. Now that I've driven that point home, here is my big thing. Here is my big, big, big thing. Are you a passive asker? Ooh, girl. So, how I stumbled upon this this topic was inspired was because of my mom. And I love my mom. She is amazing. She is freaking resilient with what she is going through right now. And I absolutely love her. I love supporting her. I love helping her out. At the same time, I have learned that she is a passive asker. And after speaking and doing some of my glorious espresso chats, so they're espresso chats, which are just conversations that we get to have in our community of the Crown Yourself community. And if you would like to book one of those, just click the link in the description below. It is a completely no-pitch conversation. It is just you telling me all about your dreams and me seeing if there is a strategy, a tool, a tip, a book, a recommendation, a referral, something that I can do to support you in getting to your dream faster. It is a simple conversation. I love meeting you. I love face-to-face conversations. I love getting to know every single member in our community. So if you haven't booked one of those yet, please do. There is a link in the description below. And after having several of those, I realized that being a passive asker is not just a problem my mom has. It is a problem that a lot of women have. Some men too. And what is a passive ask? So, for example, we know what a direct question is, right? Hey, can I ask you a question? Do you have enough speakers for your event? Hey, quick question. Could I get that in writing, that referral or that glowing testimonial? Hey, quick question. Could I quickly get a letter of recommendation for this job I'm applying for? Hey, quick question. You don't always have to start it off with, hey, quick question. You can always just say, can you not see anybody else? Like that was my question to Spike. Actually, it was more direct. It was, can you not sleep with anybody else? That's being totally brutally honest. And I said, can you not sleep with anybody else? And he said, yep, sure. And I called him about 10 minutes later. I was like, so this means we're in a committed relationship and that you're my boyfriend. He was like, yep, sure does. And I'm like, okay, we're doing this. And when you ask a person to marry you, you ask, will you marry me? You don't ask, and this is a passive ask, it would be nice if you would marry me. Like, yeah, it would be nice. It would be really nice. It'd be nice if you would marry me. But that's not a request. That is a statement. It's the passive asking. The problem with passive asking is it is a cop-out. It's a cop-out of actually asking for what you want and expecting the other person to suddenly acknowledge and give you it. Passive asking. So, for example, my mom does passive asking. And like I said, I love her dearly. Mom, not making fun of you. And I have to say, since I have brought it to her attention, she has so much more. She has been so much more aware of asking for what she wants, of saying, hey, can you help me with this? Hey, can you come help me pick out a car? Hey, can you help me with doing this? She has been so much better at doing it. It's still a work in progress. I mean, she still does passive asking, but, give the woman some credit. She is 71 years old and she is changing how she speaks and how she has done this for 71 years. So kudos, mama. Love you. Thank you so much for being so coachable and taking feedback. That being said, are you being a passive asker? So what does being a passive asker entail? It basically means asking something that should be a question, that it could be phrased as a question, a direct statement in the form of a question that says what you want. Like, can you do this for me? ? You cannot put a question mark at the end of a statement like, it would be nice if someone would do the dishes. There's no question mark. There's no question mark. I mean, I'm sure you could find a way to do it, like in screenwriting, but really, that is a statement. That is a bold out, perioded statement. Yes, it would be nice. Just like saying, it would be nice if someone would get up and move so that I could have a chair. Yeah, sure would be nice. My mom laughed when I gave her feedback about being a passive asker. And she's like, well, what does that mean? And so if you're curious, so Spike Spencer. And so I gave her this example. We were all at dinner, and Spike was sitting next to her. And I looked at him and I said, Spike Spencer, can you not cheat on me? And he goes, yep, done. No cheating. That's our rule. Can you not cheat on me? Awesome. Told Spike. And then I said, okay, passive asking. It would be nice if you didn't cheat on me. Sure would. Not that Spike would ever cheat on me. I'm just saying, using that as a frame of reference. My mom laughed when she recognized the difference. Sure would be nice if you wouldn't cheat on me, but that's not an actual request. That is not a bold enough statement. That is a flaky cop-out of courage of stating actually what you want. And actually, on that topic of cheating, before I was dating Spike, I had several relationships, and when I had those relationships, there was always the conversation of what is cheating, what entails cheating. Let's discuss this, because many people have been cheated on. I've been cheated on. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. And I used to do the passive ask, like it would be nice if you didn't cheat on me. It's really nice to not be cheated on. It's really nice to not be cheated on. But that doesn't necessarily make a statement. That's not a boundary. What passive asking does is there is no boundary. It leaves much room for gray. What active asking does is it creates the boundary. It creates the threshold for you to then step over and move to the next level. Passive asking creates a whole zone of gray where there's not really any boundary stated. So if I were to say, like I said to Spike jokingly, like, it would be nice if you didn't cheat on me. And I've had men say that to me who I was dating, of like, it's really nice to not be cheated on. I'm like, sure is. But that's not a boundary. That's not saying if you do A, then I do B. So when Spike and I first got together, and we officially, after I asked him officially in the form of a question, can you not see anybody else, or can you not sleep with anybody else? And he said yes. He said, absolutely, we're together. That's it. We sat down and had a conversation. And he said, if you do A, I do B. Given Spike's history, if many of you know him, like he was cheated on by his ex-wife. And so that is something that is a very painful thing for him. He's fortunately moved past it 14 years later, but at the same time, he had very clear boundaries 7 years ago that if I did A, B, C, or D forms of cheating, that those he all constituted as cheating, and that he would leave. And he asked me, he said, okay, so we sat down and had that courageous conversation of like defining what it was by stating candidly what it was that we wanted. So I said, here is my boundary. I ask you, if we're in this relationship, to not cross that boundary. And so we made that agreement that would be our boundaries that we would accept as a couple, as partners in a relationship. When you have passive asking, it creates this gray zone because it's not really asking a question. It's not asking someone to do something for you. A lot of times, the reason why we do this is it stems back to a deeper seated belief of not being enough. Doesn't it always? So that fear of not being enough, well, it comes from a perception that if you have to ask for help, then you're not enough to solve the problem on your own. Or if you have to ask for support, or if you have to ask for somebody to honor your boundaries, then you're not enough. Well, if they don't know what your boundaries are, then it's on you for them not knowing that, for one. And for two, it doesn't really allow for that growth or that expansion. So when you actively ask for something, that you want, that is you actually stepping into your power of knowing not only are you enough, but you are now about to be enhanced. It goes against the egoic belief that you are not enough. And by egoic belief, I mean it is a lie of the ego that says that you are not smart enough, strong enough, capable enough, pretty enough, skinny enough, whatever enough to handle whatever it is that you want to handle. And that egoic belief, when you counter that with a direct ask, what you are doing is you are expanding into another level. Asking gets you business. Asking gets you sales. Asking gets you engaged. Asking gets you a relationship. Asking gets you clarity. If you don't ask, you don't know. And passive asking leaves that space, that gray area of space of not necessarily not knowing of that you might need help, or you might need a referral, or you might desire support. So practice and listen to your language. Are you passively asking for the things you want? Are you framing your desires and the things that you want in the frame of a passive ask of the universe? Are you saying, it would be nice if someone would give me $1 million. It would be nice if I ran a multi-million-dollar business. Sure would. Sure would. But are you saying, hey, universe, I'm asking, I'm ready to step up into a multi-million-dollar business. I'm ready to take this business to the next level. Let's do this. Will you support me? Is this my path? How can I be of service? Are you asking your customers passively for the sales by posting passively on social media or saying it passively on a live stream or whatever, of saying, it would be nice if you would like to join me in this program. It would be nice if you would buy my product. It'd be nice if you wanted to have this product. It would be nice if this product or service worked for you. Or are you saying, hey, I see that this is of value for you. By what you have communicated to me, here is how I can be of support and of service. I would love to have you come on board as a client. Will you be my client? Will you be a customer? Will you marry me? No, I'm not asking you to marry me. I'm very much taken. So look at your language and ask yourself, how and where are you being a passive asker of your desires? If you desire to be more supported, if you're like, oh my gosh, I really want to be more supported, but it's conflicting with that fear that if by being more supported, then that means that you're not enough. You're making being supported mean something that it doesn't have to mean. And that is just a belief. Instead, you can make being supported mean that you are more than enough because you're about to expand into a whole new freaking level. So why not ask for that next level? Why not ask directly, acutely for that thing that you want? When people ask me how I got booked on so many stages, I'm getting very booked for 2020 for speaking. I'm very excited to speak at EmpowerCon, which is coming up at the end of August on August 31st, at the LA Convention Center. Like, that was a dream of mine 2 years ago to speak, and I set the intention. 2 years ago. I saw Tony Robbins. I saw Brendon Burchard. I saw Sherry Tree. I saw a whole bunch of rock star speakers speak at the LA Convention, and I had somebody say, when will you be up there? When will you speak here? And I said, 2 years from now, 3 years. And I said it dead set because I had already made my ask to the universe. I already made my ask. I said, I am speaking at the LA Convention Center. So is it the same stage? I don't think so. But is it getting exactly what I asked for? Yes, I am speaking at the LA Convention Center. I am speaking at EmpowerCon 2019 on August 31st, which I will leave a link to the tickets below. Be sure you get them. And if you are a Princess Process member, you get in for free. So should you like to join the Princess Process, there is a waitlist currently until we open up the card again. So you can jump on the waitlist, which will also be in the description below. So if that resonates with you, then will you join the Princess Process? I will ask you directly. If that feels like it's an aligned choice for you, then rock on with your bad self. Put yourself down on the wait list. It does not commit you to actually purchasing the program. It just allows you first dibs. And that way you can get in and get a free ticket to EmpowerCon and join me in LA. And we get to see each other. And it's one of my favorite things to do. So look at where in your life you are making passive asks of the universe. If you are framing your desires in the frame of, it would be nice if da-da-da-da-da. It would be nice if I could have a boyfriend. It would be nice, and I'm not saying that for me. I'm using that as an example. I'm very happy with my husband. It would be nice if I could have $1 million. It would be nice if I could have a house. It would be nice if I could have whatever. Yeah, sure would. It would be nice if I could have a smoking hot bod. Yeah, sure would. Of course it would. Are you actively asking the universe and making it a non-negotiable question? Are you making it a boundary that you are about to step over and say, look, I am asking for this. If you don't give it to me, I will find somebody else that will. And that's fine. Are you asking for clients? Are you asking the universe for clients? Are you asking the universe for customers? Are you asking your customers if they will become customers? Look at where in your life you are making it a gray zone and easy out by passive asking, of saying it would be nice if da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da would happen. Probably would be nice. But unless you directly ask for it and make it a non-negotiable that it's happening, then it's going to be that passive. You're going to get passive results. Passive asking creates passive results. So, if you found this episode to be incredibly valuable for you, please drop us a review in iTunes. I love reading all of them. If you happen to get screenshotted and put on the Crown Yourself Instagram stories, just know that that is just our sending of love and appreciation. And when you leave a review, take a screenshot of it, email that screenshot to info@crownyourself.com. My Queen team will send you a free hypnosis to help level you up into that next level of your life. Maybe one where you feel very confident in actively asking for exactly what it is you want, because that is exactly what you deserve, is everything that you desire. You just gotta be bold enough and audacious enough to directly ask for it. Take a screenshot of this episode, share it with all your friends, and post it in your Insta stories and tag me at Kimberly.Spencer and at Crown Yourself Now, so we can share the love and your breakthroughs and your breakaways with our community. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. Thank you so much for listening, and stay tuned for next time. Remember, your reign is now. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If what you heard resonated with you, be sure to subscribe and share your breakthroughs and ahas with me by leaving a review on iTunes so I can keep the magic flowing your way. And if you aren't already following us on social media, come experience the extra inspiration and queenly convos on Instagram at Crown Yourself Now, or visit our website at crownyourself.com. I am so excited to connect with you in the next episode. And in the meantime, go out there and create a body, business, and life that rules.